find a new spark or an old spark, you know.
Yeah.
And I think with the South African team, like with Quinny now taking over, it's fresh. He's got some new ideas, you know.
Quinny has ideas.
Quinny's actually, believe it or not, that guy he's got a fucking good cricket brain.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't talk much, but he's always thinking about the game, and he's actually very clued up when it comes to it. I mean, you don't bat the way that you bat like that without having some kind of like brain about it.
100%.
Yeah, and he kind of plays a little bit fearlessly. Sometimes people might say a bit recklessly, but it's very calculated. And hopefully he brings that into the team because we kind of need it, you know. So
Batchy brought back discipline.
Big time, yeah, big time. I mean, I don't think we've ever missed discipline in the Proteas team, but you know, the one thing that Batch does do is he doesn't lack on that. So that's like the first thing on the agenda, which is great. You know, I've never seen the guys run so much at training. Like the batters are like every third ball they're running twos and they're running threes and everything. Yeah, these guys are getting fucked, and it's about time because the bowlers we run our asses off. And
give it a rest. Bullshit. You just said you don't bowl in practice, so why should the batsman run twos and threes? You don't even practice.
15 years of bowling now. I'm done with that now.
What was your best wicket? Tell me your best. What's your best wicket? 15 years of bowling. What's your best wicket?
I can't even remember. Shit.
Best spell of bowling.
Probably Nagpur. Where I got 7.
Yeah, where you got 6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, it was flatty, and I got Sachin out. The ball wasn't doing much, and I nicked Sachin off. That was.
I remember.
Yeah, you know, it didn't really hit me at the time because I was just young and I just wanted to bowl and I just wanted to play, especially under guys like Graham and them. I just wanted to impress them all the time. And when I think back now and I look at the situation and how the guys scored runs and
proper bowling.
Yeah, that was proper bowling. I'd like my hat goes off to that young man. I'm like, yes, well done. Hey, you know, that was really good. You know? But then other times, fuck. I think everyone knows that I've gotten Hafiz out a bunch of times.
Hafiz?
Yeah, shame. I actually got Troddy out a couple times too, and at one point I showed it to him at Lord's.
Troddy got himself out. No one got Troddy out. Troddy got himself out.
It's a good point. Probably a bit naughty of me, but yeah. So there was a couple guys. I got Clarkey out a couple times, Michael Clark. But then he also belted us all over the place. He got big runs against us too. So when you're playing against teams regularly, there are going to be guys that you're going to get quite consistently out. You know, because you're playing against them all the time. So
who did you hate bowling to?
Tail enders. Hated it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They. You know, like when you got 4 for or you got 3 for 20, and you think, oh, I'm good with 3 for 20, and then some tail ender comes out there and smokes you. Yeah, 3 for 70 or 3 for like quickly. You know, I'm like,
yeah, but it's you guys, and I've said it. Your bowlers have got no brains. You run in there and you think you just got to attack you. Why don't you just bowl heavy length to a tail ender?
All the time, and then what happens? He nicks it, it flies over the keeper, and then he smokes one out the ground. And now you're under pressure. And now you feel like you have to get him out.
Why are you under pressure?
Because your opening batters are sitting there and they're going, oh, just get this fucking bloke out so I can get out there and bat. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And then you get him out, and then poor Dean Elgar walks out there and he gets a Jaffa first ball, and he walks into the dressing room and he's fuming. Because the opposition number 10 and 11 just smoked 60 or 50 or something like that. Slogging.
If you weren't a cricketer, what would you have wanted to have been?
Well, I wanted to study photography. That was kind of what in the direction that I wanted to go. I just loved like taking photos of. I did a lot of skateboarding, and I lived in the bush, so it's like taking photos of all of that kind of stuff. And I still do it a lot now. So I'm lucky. I'm with GoPro now, so I get to do that a lot and everything. So maybe
I've seen your GoPro stuff's amazing, huh?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, and those guys they're tight, and they're so good. They're so good with me, but they're also very particular on what gets out there. So it needs to be good, you know. Otherwise, they might be like, well, please do something else.
Who edits your stuff?
I do most of the editing, but if there's something that I find really difficult, then I've got another guy. His name's Chris Rogers. He's part of GoPro too. He does some stuff, and then he sends it to me. And then another friend, Jerome de Klerk, and Marlon de Toy. You know Marlon, the photographer?
Yeah, Marlon.
Yeah. So, they're always advising and giving good tips on what to do and what not to do. They're really good.
And what do you best like are you in the wildlife space? Are you in the oceans, surfing? What do you I mean, I know you do a lot of fishing as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it all outdoorsy, So I think the nice thing about like Instagram is that you're able to connect with people and show them who you really are. Because sometimes I mean, you know what it's like, as a cricketer, I walk into a supermarket and someone meets me and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were more aggressive," and I'm like,
yeah.
Not really, or something like that. So through Instagram, you can actually show some of the things that you enjoy doing. So it's like surfing and fishing and being outdoors and really saying to people, "Look, I'm just normal. I'm like you are. I'm not this grumpy arsehole. I just play that part on the field,
Yeah. And you are fucking grumpy on the field. My word. For everybody watching this, Dale Steyn is a fucking grump bag on the field. My goodness.
Used to be.
Oh,
I'm old now. Look at the grey in this thing,
Shave it off. You're trying to be aggressive just in your looks now. Shave it off.
I know. Shit. Yeah. No, it's bad. I promise you.
And so the next couple of weeks, you're just going to be sitting fuss, just doing what you need to do, and that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much. Got a couple slaz balls. I'll bowl in the driveway to stay bowling fit. I guess just to roll the arm over, just stay fit. And genuinely, I guess just enjoy the home time. I'm never really at home. The only thing that sucks is that we can't go for like a surf, or I can't go up the mountain and go fishing and stuff like that. So it's like forced to be at home. But I actually don't mind. I'm very rarely have I spent a lot of time at my house. So I'm looking forward to it. I
know, and I feel exactly the same. I'm always on an aeroplane, and this is actually I said to Jess when I was outside there. Now I said, sometimes when we're in the bush and you're in the middle of the bush and you just can't have a mobile phone, and you say, well, I can't have a mobile phone, so there's no use even worrying about it. And it's like, you can't leave the gates and go shopping or go and do anything. I can't get on an aeroplane to travel, so it's like. When it's gone, it's gone. You just cannot do anything about it. Yeah. It's actually a good feeling. It's a great feeling to just connect.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for 12 o'clock to kick in, to be honest with you. It's going to be Big Brother in the Steyn house, but it's fun.
Who do you reckon out of all the South African cricketers is going to hate this the most?
I
know there's some pretenders out there, Miller and the likes. I know they like to get out and about.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, yes, he's the Prince of Durban, He owns George and that street there in Umhlanga. He's going to struggle. He's going to struggle.
Yeah. The single boys are going to struggle.
Yeah, the single guys will struggle. I think Quinny will be fine. He's probably locked himself onto some farm somewhere. So he's got lots of space and he can go and fish and he can go and hunt and do his thing.
Clever.
I know he will do that. He'll take his 2 dogs and bang, he'll be out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Callis, I think Callis is going to hate it because he's just had a new baby.
And he wants to get out, but he can't.
He can't play golf. It's amazing. He's going to be cleaning nappies and shit, and he can't go anywhere. I can't wait. I hope you should do one of these with him.
I think we've got to try and get Callis. Callis will do anything at the moment. Anything to get away, and he'll do anything.
No, he's going to be cutting his own lawn outside. Like he's just to be outside.
Who's going to clean your house? Because I know that you don't clean your house. Who's going to clean
I'm actually really good at that. I do laundry. I'm good at the laundry.
Bullshit.
No joke. I promise you. I promise you.
Bullshit.
I'm good at laundry. That's my job.
I'm not worried about what you're good at. I'm worried about what you're going to do and who does it. Because there's no ways you clean your house, do your laundry, mop your floor.
So I'll do the laundry. And I clean my room, no problem. Okay, but I don't.
And the rest
do
of the house?
Dishes. I don't do dishes. I'm not.
Who's
going to
do the dishes?
My mom can do the dishes. My mom lives. My mom's staying here. You know what? Because my house is under renovations, and it was supposed to be finished by the time I got back from IPL. So I came back early, and now they obviously cancelled everything. So now I didn't think I was going to stay here, and now I'm locked in with my mom. There's 4 of us staying in this place.
Who's there? Your mom, you, your mom, 4 dogs, and
my girlfriend, Brian, my mom, me, and the 4 dogs and a cat. That's us.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
21 days.
It's lots of
space.
Lot of
space.
Like,
yeah, it's lots of space.
It's like a beach house and a big driveway and stuff. So yeah, we'll be okay. Yeah.
And you can get out for an hour a day anyway, can't you? You can go down to the beach and chill for an hour or so. Get your exercise.
No, nothing. We're not allowed to leave. They said you can go to the grocery store, but like once every 3 days. So,
no, I mean, you can walk your dogs.
No, not allowed to. No walking dogs, no going for a run. Originally, we thought that we could take the dogs for a walk and go for a jog. Nothing. Yeah, not allowed to leave.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's going to be quite tight, actually.
Well, I'm going to leave you to it.
But we've got lots of firewood, and we're gonna do a lot of braaiing. That's one thing we're gonna do. Yeah.
Apparently, somebody says that they've changed the lockdown, so you can walk your dogs, and you can go and you can exercise once a day.
Well, that's really interesting. I mean, there's a lot of grey area right now because originally we thought that, and then there's a lot of groups that are going around, and they pump a message on there and they say, okay, this is what you can do, and then they come back and they're like, no, you're not allowed to do that. So I guess what we'll do is we'll stay indoors until we find out what the actual rule is that we're allowed to do, what we can't do, you know. So,
and if you've got one message, to all the South Africans, I did it with Rohit earlier, and Rohit said something to all the Indians. What would you say to the South Africans?
I would just probably say to them, just like try not to panic is one thing, because you know, I was saying to my mom earlier, like, you know, if you can afford to go and buy your stuff at a more expensive store, go and do that, because there's a lot of people here that can't afford something like their food and everything, and they have to go to a smaller place like a Checkers or something like that. And if you go there and you're cleaning up Checkers, then there's nothing that those people can actually afford, you know, like, like if you can afford something, just be a little bit more fucking generous and do the right thing, you know. There's people that are struggling, you know. And above all of that, you know, wash your hands like everyone has said, and just do your part. Stay indoors and don't fucking spread this thing around, because if you're doing it, you're actually being a puss, you know. So
So basically, for everybody listening out there who doesn't understand what a puss is, it's not a nice person. So don't go spreading that virus around.
Yeah. That's saying it lightly, really.
You're a beauty. Julio, thanks, my brother.
Pleasure, bro. Yeah, good to catch up.
Cheers,
yeah,
boys.
give us a shout at week 2, because you'll see my beard will be slightly bigger and more grey. Like,
if you've cut your hair, I'll talk to you again. If you haven't cut your hair, I've got no interest.
I've got nowhere to go to cut this hair right now. Anyway. No.
Bye, boys.
Okay, cheers, bro. Bye.
Bye, brother.
Bye.